Hey everybody, Koricon here with my brother Adam, and we just saw Bird Box with Sandra Bullock, John Malkovich, Trevante Rhodes,
guy from Mr.
Robot, B.D. Wong.
B.D. Wong, the bad guy from Mr. Robot.
And it's directed by Suzanne Bier, or Bier.
Is it B-I-E-R? It's
Yeah.
Bier.
Bier.
Beer.
Bier.
You're thirsty or something.
But this is a Netflix movie, and it's been getting a lot of press. Some of the press is because people have been stupid and trying to do that car stunt where they blindfold things and drive. I don't get it. They had to release an announcement.
Not to do that?
Netflix said, I can't believe we have to announce this, but please don't do this.
That is a unique experience. Do it in a parking lot?
No, just don't do it.
Don't do it. I would do it.
Don't want to get into spoilers, so we're going to keep it kind of vague. But if you read the quick synopsis on IMDb or on Netflix, basically there's an unseen creature that is created in apocalypse of people committing suicide if you see it. So when they see it, their eyes go all wonky, they start crying, and they get locked in their own head.
The eyes all wonky. That's like a horror thing.
It is.
It's such a quick one, too.
Yeah, and it's like shows that they're getting like possessed or...
You immediately know that person's bad.
Right.
He's infected.
He's infected.
You know...
So a lot of people are going to compare it to like A Quiet Place because you remove one of the senses. You know, you also have an unseen villain, kind of like The Happening, but way, way better.
I think the premise is also similar.
Yeah, it's very similar
to A Quiet Place. They're taking it up a notch. They have less room for error. Like the premise makes it so that characters have less room for error.
Yeah, there's no leeway.
There's very little.
Like as soon as you see it, boom, you're done.
Yeah.
But like there's no, oh no, I almost saw. No, it's instant.
So I think it creates a great tension throughout the movie. Like both these movies did this.
Yeah. So I think the director did a great job with the tension. Like the suspenseful moments were filmed and paced very well. It kept you on the edge of your seat.
Yes.
The biggest flaw, I think, for both of us is that we didn't get a lot of characterization. You had, for our main character, Sandra Bullock, and she did a great acting job. She brought her A game. But the other characters, they may get like one scene and you get a little background.
Yeah.
But nothing ongoing.
I kind of thought it felt like a Lost, like the Lost, the TV show.
Right.
Like you have a few good main characters and then a few side characters that just provide...
They're cannon
background.
fodder.
Yeah, they're like dialogue fodder.
Right.
Or beast fodder.
I mean, Trevante Rhodes got maybe a little bit more than everyone else. John Malkovich basically got that one, maybe two scenes. But everyone else was just kind of there.
They probably were trying to maintain the tension. And
yeah,
they might have had to sacrifice characterization.
I don't know if I want the movie to be any longer to get more characterization or just shift things around and keep the same time. But
I mean, they did have ups and downs. They had moments where it was intense.
Right. That you could have filled with more characterization.
Yeah. But how much of a down do you want?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, they don't show the monster or the thing or whatever it is that they're looking at. They don't show it. And I think that was a great choice. I've seen movies before where you're like, you have this kind of tension through the whole film, and then you see the monster at the end, and it's so underwhelming that it kills the movie. You're like, oh, well, all right, I guess, you know. If you don't see it, the movie is so much better. Now, I know some people are like, well, we want to see it. We got to be able to see it. Yeah, but you think about it. What could you look at? What could you see on film that would satisfy anyone's imagination of what a creature would be that would cause people to commit suicide?
It kind of seemed more like an entity, like a fog entity, like it was a giant,
like The Mist.
Like The Mist, and it was even part of the plot is kind of like The Mist, where they were trapped in one place, like a grocery store, but somewhere else.
Right, someone's house.
But I mean, I guess in the mist they had bugs in the mist.
Yeah.
Or they had like
But I mean, you're trapped in an area.
Well, I'm getting off track, I think, but what else could you... Does it need to have a physical presence?
No.
It doesn't. And in this story, I think that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't need a physical presence. Now, you kind of do need one for A Quiet Place, because you know that they're aliens. You know that they're creatures. They are terrifying, but you don't have to show them a lot, and they didn't.
Yeah.
And in this one, they don't show it at all, and I'm glad that they didn't.
They kind of hint at it, that it's coming.
Well, you have the wind and the blowing and the leaves and then the birds that would go crazy.
Yeah.
They give you notice that it's coming. It creates tension, but you don't have to see it.
And you could tell they're inside people.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a demon or Cthulhu. It was...
At first I thought it was aliens, but then it acts like a demon. Like it's tempting, it's...
Yeah, and we had that one character who worked at the grocery store. He was writing a book. Yeah. And he talks about how every society has their evil demon that can, cause you to hate yourself or get really depressed or whatever else. And so that's what they were alluding to.
Yeah, that's like really the only explanation of what it was.
Yeah, so how do you show a demon? I mean, if you showed Cthulhu, you now just went full Lovecraftian. If you show a Dementor, you're now in Harry Potter's universe. Like, you can't really show anything. So I'm glad that they didn't.
Dialogue... You really didn't need to, because you knew it was there.
Yeah, you knew it was there.
And you knew it was haunting, and you knew you were still tense. You were so tense.
Yeah. They did a great job with that part.
You don't need to see it.
Now, some of the dialogue, not that great.
Yeah, dialogue wasn't that great. I mean, they were trying to keep it fast-paced, so they had to keep the language kind of simple, it seemed. Mm-hmm. So they kind of jumped quick. Nothing that really stood out for me. And so I thought the dialogue was kind of weak.
Yeah.
But you have a really strong story. That kind of happens, You'll have a strong story, a strong premise. But then the writing's weak, The dialogue's weak. Maybe the book is better, I don't know. But that writer, maybe he's just a strong story writer, not a strong dialogue writer, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't read the book.
Me neither.
But if you've read the book, let us know what you think. Was the dialogue better in the book? What was there in the book that you would have liked to have seen in the movie? I'm sure that they skipped over some stuff.
They're trying to keep it fast paced, so you have to have a simple language, right? Yeah,
because we did also. It wasn't linear. You jumped between two time periods.
Yeah, it was non-linear.
So overall, I liked it. I thought it's worth watching because the tension and the suspenseful moments were done very well. But you're not going to really get connected to too many of the characters. Pretty much just Sandra Bullock, and then maybe Trevante Rhodes a bit. But other than that, you're not going to get connected to anyone. I'm going to give it a B.
I'm going to give it a B. Also, it's not quite as good as A Quiet Place.
But it's not a bad movie.
It's in the same vein. It's got a similar kind of premise. It's a strong story.
Now, if
just not as well executed. Like maybe we should talk about the ending. Didn't really translate well.
Yeah,
maybe.
We won't give anything away on the ending, but the ending felt abrupt.
Abrupt and kind of ambled around, and then was abrupt.
Yeah, so it was like you're going around, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's okay.
I think it's like a book. It's kind of seems like it just didn't translate well from a book, the ending. Yeah. It almost felt like they didn't know quite how to end it, and this is what they came up with. To me, it felt like a book ending. Like, it would suffice for a book ending, or even be good as a book ending. But in a movie, it's, there's no crazy explosions or bullets through a brain or anything. There's nothing over the top that movie is what, right? Right. So if this was something in the theater, I would say skip it and just rent it. But since it's on Netflix, I say go watch it. But what do you guys think? Have you seen it? Please don't give anything away. Comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Links to all of my stuff is in the description below. If you're watching this on the Longmont Observer's website,
You can see all of my links if you go to the YouTube video in that description. We will see you on the next video.